Imagine taking one wrong step and dying without even realizing what happened. Around the world, there are places that look completely normal, but hide invisible gases, deadly water, or natural forces that can kill in seconds. Today, we'll count down 10 real places that can kill you without warning. And trust me, number 1 is the most terrifying of them all. Number 10. Jacob's Well. This is a beautiful artesian spring in Texas. It looks like a perfect swimming hole, but it is a vertical graveyard. Below the surface lies one of the most dangerous underwater cave systems on Earth. The danger is invisible from above. When you dive deep, the sunlight disappears. The limestone passages become extremely tight and narrow. If you make one wrong move, your swim fins kick up fine silt from the walls. In 1 second, visibility drops to absolute zero. Your flashlight becomes useless. You are trapped in total pitch-black darkness inside a stone coffin you cannot tell up from down. You cannot find the exit. You are forced to wait in the dark as your oxygen tank runs dry. At least 12 experienced divers have died here. They got lost, panicked, and suffocated in the dark. Number 9. Snake Island. This island is located 90 miles off the coast of Brazil. It is so dangerous that the government has banned anyone from going there. There are no warning signs or guardrails. The island is infested with up to 5,000 golden lancehead vipers. You cannot walk 3 feet without stepping on one. They hang from trees and hide in the grass. Because they hunt birds, their venom evolved to kill instantly. It is 5 times stronger than mainland snakes. One bite begins to liquefy your flesh. It melts your skin, causes massive internal bleeding, shuts down your organs, and causes brain hemorrhages. If you land here, you will be bitten multiple times immediately. There is no doctor and no antidote. You will bleed to death on the beach in minutes. Number 8. Danakil Depression. Located in Ethiopia, this is the hottest and lowest place on Earth. It is a volcanic wasteland of acid ponds, boiling geysers, and yellow sulfur deposits. The killer here is the air. The volcanic ground constantly vents toxic gases. Without warning, the wind shifts. It pushes an invisible, odorless cloud of chlorine and sulfur gas directly into your face. You take one breath, and your lungs are destroyed. The gas mixes with the moisture in your throat and turns into liquid acid. Your airways instantly swell shut. You choke, gasp, and drown in your own body fluids. The temperature is over 50 degrees Celsius. Your body will cook in the sun before anyone can reach you. Number 7. White Island. This is an active volcano in New Zealand. For years, tourists walked inside the crater to see the boiling mud and steam vents. It is deadly because of phreatic eruptions. These are steam explosions that happen with zero seismic warning. On December 9, 2019, the volcano exploded instantly. There was no earthquake. The ground split open, blasting boiling steam, toxic ash, and flying rocks at supersonic speeds. The temperature inside the crater spiked to hundreds of degrees. Tourists were covered in hot, acidic ash. The steam burned their lungs and melted their clothes onto their skin. Toxic sulfur gases suffocated those who tried to run. 22 people died in minutes. Number 6. Death Valley. This desert in California is the hottest place on Earth. In summer, the air temperature is over 54 degrees Celsius. The ground temperature reaches 93 degrees. The dry heat is a silent killer. The air is so dry that your sweat evaporates instantly. You do not feel wet, so you do not realize you are dying of dehydration. Your body loses liters of water every hour. Your blood begins to thicken. You become confused, experience hallucinations, and lose your mind. Your core temperature spikes past 40 degrees. Your brain swells and your organs shut down. You collapse on the hot dirt and bake to death in less than 2 hours. Number 5. Lake Natron. This lake in Tanzania looks bright red from the air. To almost every living creature, the water is pure acid. The water is saturated with sodium carbonate from volcanic ash. The pH level is 10.5, which is as corrosive as household bleach. The water temperature is 60 degrees Celsius. If you fall in, the water instantly strips the moisture from your skin. It causes deep chemical burns to your eyes and lungs. If animals die in this water, the sodium carbonate calcifies their bodies. It turns their corpses into hard, mummified stone statues. The lake literally turns living flesh into stone. Number 4. Mammoth Mountain. This is a popular ski resort in California. Millions of people come here to ski and snowboard. But a silent killer hides under the snow. The mountain sits on an active volcanic system. Carbon dioxide gas seeps through the soil. It builds up in high concentrations beneath the snow, especially around tree roots and hollows. Carbon dioxide is heavier than oxygen, so it pools in these low areas. It is invisible and odorless. If a skier falls into a tree well, they drop into a pocket of pure gas. You breathe in, but there is no oxygen. Your brain shuts down in seconds. You do not panic, you do not struggle, and you cannot scream. You lose consciousness and suffocate silently under the snow. Number 3. Lake Kivu. This lake borders Rwanda and the Congo. Over 2 million people live on its shores. But the lake is a giant ticking bomb. It is an exploding lake. Deep underground pressure traps 65 billion cubic meters of methane and 300 billion cubic meters of carbon dioxide at the bottom. A small volcanic eruption or landslide will trigger a limnic eruption. The lake will explode. It will release a massive invisible wave of carbon dioxide over the cities. The gas is heavier than air, so it will sink to the ground and push away the oxygen. Millions of people will suffocate in minutes. There is no sound, no warning, and no escape from a gas cloud that covers hundreds of miles. Number 2. Lake Nyos. This lake in Cameroon is proof that exploding lakes are real. On August 21, 1986, a landslide disturbed the bottom of the lake. It triggered a limnic eruption. A massive column of water shot into the air, releasing 100,000 tons of carbon dioxide. The invisible gas cloud rolled down the hills at 30 miles per hour. It flowed directly into the sleeping villages. It made no sound. People died in their beds. Families suffocated around their cooking fires. In one night, over 1,700 people and 3,000 animals died. The next morning, there were no damaged buildings or wounds, just thousands of dead bodies frozen in place. Number 1. Lake Karachay. This lake in Russia is the most dangerous radioactive place on Earth. In the 1950s, the Soviet Union used this lake as a dump for nuclear waste. The water and mud became filled with lethal radioactive isotopes. In the 1990s, standing on the shore for just 1 hour would give you a lethal dose of radiation. The radiation would tear your DNA apart at the molecular level. Your skin would blister, your organs would fail, and you would die an agonizing death from radiation sickness within days. Today, the lake is filled with concrete, but the radioactive groundwater still flows ready to kill anyone who gets close. And that's our list of 10 places that can kill you without warning. Which one shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating places from around the world. Thanks for watching.